Hi, I was asked to preach by Paul. I decided I would do it outdoors again. Actually, I'm going to start again because I had just started in the sunshine and then Penny rolled up in the car. So I'll start again. Now that we're in another lockdown, is there any good advice I can give? Actually, I do have an idea, and that is buy a big warm coat. I was in the... I've got one, by the way. I got it from a charity shop. Cozy. Great. I was in the barber shop a few weeks ago. It was before the lockdown, the present lockdown, but when we knew it was coming. And there was a regular there. I was cutting his hair. And he had said, he said I'm dreading another lockdown. And then he went more and he said, actually, I'm not sure I could get through another lockdown. Well, in the conversation that followed, one of the things I said was, I think he should go out and buy a big warm coat. He said, why? I said, well, I think he should plan to live outdoors a bit more. Meet friends for outdoor cups of coffee. Go for walks. Decide to enjoy the beautiful environment we live in. This is a lovely city. That's a great location. Don't be stuck in the house. Meet people. Perhaps you would like to take that advice. Get a good coat. Actually, I have another one I didn't suggest to him, and that is go out and buy a thermos flask or dig out whatever you have in the cupboard, because you can find somewhere nice to sit down, make an occasion of it, get out your flask, have a hot drink, apart from the standard hot chocolate, tea, coffee. In fact, I've got a list here. What else could you have? You could have mulled wine, or you could go old school, like my grandparents would do, Bovril or Oxo. You could have spiced tea. You could have a hot ginger drink. I could go on, loads of things. So, a warm coat, a flask, get outside, enjoy the outside, enjoy company with other people. Apart from doing those things, though, it's not so much what we do, but we as believers, as people of faith, it's what we know. That's what helps as well. The truth shall set us free, but at this time the truth shall carry us through these difficult times. You've heard the phrase, I will be there for you. I was scrolling through the television channels recently, and I saw that the old American sitcom comedy thing, Friends, is repeated now. And I remember when my teenage daughters used to watch that, and the opening song, I will be there for you. And I would say, I don't want to know if they're going to be there. I want to know if they're going to be any good when they get here, sort of thing. And oh, Dad, was the sort of reply I'd get from them. But actually, perhaps I should have been more mindful of the words spoken by God when he said he would be there for us. He will never leave us. Deuteronomy, I've got it here at 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Jesus in Matthew 28 verses 16 to 20. Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. He's with us. He's with you and me. So to be there for me, to be there, to me, that means it's not just that someone is there, but that this someone brings the quality of who he is as well. So if someone's going to be there for me, it's not just what they do, but what sort of a person are they? And this God who is here with me, what sort of a God? What is he? What is he like? I'm thinking of the qualities of his personality, his character, the qualities of my God. We've been listening to great preaching on the fruit of the Spirit. I think it was Rachel in her preach that reminded us that allowing the fruit of the Spirit to be developed in us, that we should allow and we should cooperate with the Holy Spirit. She's right, yet cooperating is not straining. Much of the effort is already on the part of the Spirit of God. That's what was foretold, of course, to the nation of Israel in Jeremiah 31. This is the covenant I will make with the people of Israel after that time, declares the Lord. I will put my law in their hearts. I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God and they will be my people. This is our God, the God who not only gives the transformation in us, the fruit of the Spirit, but that is also characterized by that fruit. We might study the fruit of the Spirit as a standard we might aspire to, or the qualities we want to see in us, but it also gives us a glimpse of who God is. Fruit of the Spirit, Galatians 5:22, lists love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. As God created, as at creation he declared that all was good. It was good not just because he said it was good, but good because it could not be anything other, because it proceeded from him, and he is good. We are not the measure of what is good. He is the measure, and he is good. God is the measure of all things, because that is what it is to be God. We see that thought also in the writing of the Apostle James, chapter 1, verse 17. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. The list of the fruit of the Spirit is a list of the characteristics that can be lacking in the human condition, but that God can provide. To be human means that we often naturally lean away from those characteristics. But instead of just seeing them as a measure of our weaknesses, it's also, or a measure of what we might be like, it's also a description of what God is like. God is love. God is joy, and is the source of our joy. The joy of the Lord is our strength. He is peace, which is wholeness and so much more. He is patience. How could he not be patient when he sits beyond time and sits in eternity, the Lord of ages? He is goodness. He is faithfulness. He's faithful to you and me. He's not going to let us down. He is faithfulness itself. He is gentleness. He is self-control. Not a God that's going to go into rage. He doesn't go in a huff with you and me when we fail. He's patient. He's goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And this is the God who will never leave you or forsake you. He is with you to the end of the age. But another thought. If he is there for us, who will you be there for? This is also a time when we can make contact with others. We can let people know that they're not forgotten. Who will you be there for? God bless you. That wasn't my dog, that was a neighbour's dog. Hope you have a great week, knowing that he is there for you and you can be there for others.